In the Middle East, where the long-awaited ceasefire went into effect after a 3-hour delay. Overnight, Israelis taking to the streets anticipating the release of 3 hostages. This is part of the first phase here, 15 months after the Hamas terror attack. The fighting has stopped for now as trucks of desperately needed aid are at the Egypt border and expected to cross into Gaza. We have team coverage in the region, and we begin with ABC News chief foreign correspondent Ian Pannell in Tel Aviv. Ian, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Witch. Good morning, everyone. Finally, some good news to report from this region. A historic moment for Israel and Gaza. After 50 months, the guns finally falling silent today. 3 of the hostages expected to be released later, all young women, and scores of Palestinian prisoners are going to be returned home. Again, mostly women. There's caution, of course, on both sides about how long this will last, but for now, at least, some relief.
This morning, after 15 months of war, a long-awaited ceasefire in Gaza finally underway. Less than an hour before it was set to begin, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announcing no pause in the bombing would happen until Hamas shared the names of the hostages being released today. Those first 3 names finally sent nearly 2 hours after the ceasefire was due to start. 3 women, Romi Gonen, Emily Damari and Doron Steinbecker, will be released later today in exchange for scores of Palestinian prisoners. They're the first of 33 hostages to be released in the next 6 weeks, including 2 Americans, Segi Dekelchen and Keith Siegel. The ceasefire finally beginning almost 3 hours later than planned. During that delay, Israel launching yet more strikes, killing at least 13 people and wounding more than 30, according to the Hamas-run health ministry. More than 46,000 killed and over 100,000 injured throughout the 15-month-long war, according to the health ministry. Israel launching a devastating campaign in response to the October 7th, 2023 massacre by Hamas, who killed 1,200 people and kidnapped more than 250.
And in a major sign of relief for Gaza, aid trucks now starting to roll across the border.
Despite the death and devastation, Gazans celebrating on the streets. Groups gathering together, waving flags and chanting. 90% of the population displaced throughout this war, and this morning they're finally allowed to return to what's left of their homes.
Well, a reminder that this is just phase 1 of a 3-phase deal. Negotiations are going to start soon with the incoming Trump administration, Qatar, Egypt and Hamas about the release of all the hostages, alive or dead, and what the future government of Gaza looks like. And despite the hopes today, there will be celebrations in some quarters, this remains fragile, with a huge amount of work left to do and concerns that today's ceasefire may only be temporary. Janae?
Incredibly delicate, and as you said, the first of 3 stages. Ian, thank you so much.